Living language.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hello everyone and welcome to Living Language with me สุวรรณาเข็มแดง from Faculty of Liberal Arts ราชมงคล University of Technology พระนคร or you can call us RMUTP for short. This program is brought to you by RMUTP English Online. You can listen to our programs at englishonline.rmutp.ac.th, also at Facebook page and YouTube channel RMUTP Live. In Trendy Words today, I'm presenting words related to music, and in Language Learning Tips, I'm sharing how to learn a language, 8 top tips and advice, followed by RMUTP News. Stay tuned.
Trendy words.
You are listening to Living Language with me, Suwarna. In Trendy Words today, I'm presenting some words related to music. And why music? Because there's a study from many places, also from Johns Hopkins, that you can keep your brain young with music. And in teaching and learning English, I always use songs as a medium of teaching. And also at RMUTP English Online, we also have a program about music hosted by Mr. Gary Edward Gray. It's called Musical Music. I like to invite everyone to listen to this program too. But today I'm thinking about learning words or vocabularies from music in a different way. Music is math because it's written based on the division of time into fractions. Music is physical education. It requires the coordination of fingers, lips, and the control of back, stomach. Music is language and is a universal language that everyone can understand. Music is history because it's been presented during every era of time. Music is art. It allows us to create emotion. Music is life. That's why our hearts have beats. Music is science. It's about acoustics and frequencies produced by voices and instruments. Music is reading. Reading music requires subsets of skills that help maintain literacy. If you notice, all the words related to music are all kinds of knowledge in our daily life. Math, physical education, language, history, art, life, science, and reading. We are going to take a short break and coming back for language learning tips.
Language learning tips.
Welcome back. You are listening to Living Language with me, Suwarna. Language learning tips today is on how to learn a language. 8 top tips and advice from futurelearn.com. If you want to learn a language but not sure where to start, this website futurelearn.com got just the thing that I gather for you guys. So let's listen to the 8 top tips for language learning that can help you on your journey. When it comes to deciding how to learn a language, there are several points to consider. It's worth noting that there is no exact science to how you will learn best. Everyone has their own learning style. However, there are some tried and tested methods that many language students find useful. We are highlighted some of the best ways to learn a language as follows. The first one is to set your language goals. Setting goals brings all kinds of benefits when it comes to learning. It can help with things like motivation, self-esteem, and self-confidence. Goals also help you achieve success. When you are first figure out how to learn a language, you should focus on some short, medium, and long-term goals. So the 3 steps: short, medium, and long-term. This can help to give structure and direction to your learning. For example, your ultimate long-term goal might be to have an in-depth conversation with a native speaker of your chosen language. For example, you want to speak fluently or smoothly with a native speaker. However, to get there, you might have a medium-term goal of passing an exam and a short-term goal of learning some specific relevant vocabulary. With this approach, you can start to systematically build your knowledge and tick off your progress. Adding time scales to your language learning goals can help to keep you on track and motivated. The second tip is to learn common vocabulary. According to some studies, native speakers know roughly 15,000 to 20,000 word families. By this, they mean a root word and all its variants. For example, if you know the word speak, then you know speaking, and you know the word spoke. This study suggests that by learning the most common 800 to 1,000 root words and variations, you can learn to speak a language quickly and effectively. So when you are wrestling with how to learn a language, a useful place to start is by learning some common vocabularies. This can help to quickly build your understanding in a day-to-day setting, allowing you to have and follow basic conversations. And of course, grammar and structure will also need attention. What's more, 800 to 1,000 root words will only give you a basic grasp. To follow dialogue in movies or TV, you need around 3,000 root words. For a novel or newspaper, this increases to roughly 8,000. The tip number 3 is to find a style that works for you. There are many different tools, techniques, and styles you can use when you are learning a language. Sometimes it can seem a little overwhelming to try and use them all. Instead, you should try a few and select the ones that work best for your learning style. Whether it's using flashcards, grammar translation, spaced repetition, immersive learning, or any other approach, you have plenty of options. Figure out the right combination of techniques can help you progress at a rate you are happy with. You will find all kinds of apps, websites, textbooks, and other materials out there that help with different methods. Of course, most language courses often have a mix of ways you can improve your knowledge. The tip number 4 is to practice speaking. A crucial part of learning a language is being able to recognize, understand, and reproduce sounds. Well, for your information, right now I have braces, so I might produce weird English sounds. Anyway, it's not an excuse for not being able to produce sounds near to native speakers of English because I always have my Thai accent in my English speaking. Let's get back to our story. For many language learners, concentrating on these first two aspects as well as vocabulary and grammar takes priority. However, this can result in a reluctance to practice speaking, which can delay your progress. You don't have to necessarily go out and start chatting with native speakers right away, although this can certainly help. However, talking to yourself, practicing your vocabulary out loud, and even recording yourself speaking your new language can help to build your confidence. The tip number 5 is to connect with a native speaker. One of the best ways to learn a language is to connect with a native speaker. Communicating with new people in your target language is often intimidating. You might be scared to make mistakes or feel that your current level isn't good enough. However, practicing with a native speaker can help you quickly improve your language skills. As well as working on your pronunciation, you will also unlock more natural sounding conversational elements. It also helps with your listening skills, as native speakers will often speak at a more natural pace. Again, there are various tools you can use to connect with native speakers when learning a language, whether it's face-to-face meetups, like after the post-pandemic, the COVID-19, it's easier to meet people face-to-face. But online video chat or instant messaging are still very helpful. You can meet people even if you are not in their country. The tip number 6 is to consume media. To get familiar with the different ways in which people use your target language, you might want to consider watching or reading and listening to as much media in that language as possible. You probably heard how the TV show Friends, that the series Friends, has helped people as they learn English, as well as teaching colloquial language and gestures. It can also help with things like common words and phrases, expressions, and cultural references. There are so many mediums you can choose from this, whether it's watching TV and movies in your target language, listening to music and radio, or reading news. You have plenty of options. We are reaching the tip number 7, that is to engage with the culture. The top 6 and 7 are somewhat related. Understanding the culture or the cultures that use the language you are learning is often an integral part of the learning process, as well as providing a solid context for your studies. It also means that you can better connect with native speakers. Language often evolves in line with the culture of the groups who speak it. Therefore, to really master a language, you want to make sure you are also familiar with the cultural context that goes with it. That's why there are courses like language and culture are so popular, or know some basic manners or etiquettes like shaking hands or saying please are important in making a natural conversation as well. The last tip in the 8 tips is to make travel plans. Although you don't have time or chance to travel right now, it won't always be the case. The best way to put your newly found language skills to the test is to visit some of the places where the language is used. This point brings together many of the others, as the techniques you have used when figuring out how to learn a language will help you on your travels. When you travel, you get the opportunity to see new places, interact with local people, and immerse yourself in the culture. Although it can be daunting or difficult at first, you will soon find your feet. It also gives you the chance to identify any gaps in your knowledge and means that you can pick up some new phrases and vocabulary. So, there we have it. Everything you need to know about how to learn a language. Clearly, it's a worthwhile project, but it isn't one you want to rush. You have plenty of time. There are many hours of study ahead, so taking time to set goals, learn vocabulary, and practice with native speakers can help you improve your knowledge. Learning a language can help in both your personal and professional life, as well as adding to your CV. It can boost other skills and improve your cultural understanding. That's it for the learning language learning tips today. Coming up next, RMUTP News.
RMUTP News.
You are listening to Living Language with me, Suvarna. For the RMUTP News today is about the Faculty of Liberal Arts. Faculty of Liberal Arts nails the university-based quality that is, you can study anywhere, but here at Rajamongkol University of Technology, Pranakon, the RMUTP graduates employment rate is 100%. That means if you graduate from RMUTP, you will get a job for 100% sure. Assistant Professor Yutthaphum Suvarnaved, the Dean of Faculty of Liberal Arts, Rajamongkol University of Technology, Pranakon, shared the opening ceremony of the Cooperative Learning Orientation Project on the 27th of October 2023. In semester 2 of the academic year 2023, Faculty of Liberal Arts sent out qualified fourth-year students to attend cooperative learning in more than 100 reading public and private organizations. Lately, the faculty arranged the orientation program for these students. Faculty of Liberal Arts, Rajamongkol University of Technology, Pranakon sent out the students in all 4 majors of study, including the hotel and hospitality, tourism, English for international communication, and applied Thai language out to start their final step to graduate. The cooperative learning aim to enable students to develop professional skills before they graduate to be ready to enter the real working world with real practical experience and to be being able to adjust themselves to working society. Bachelor of Arts program requires all fourth-year students to participate in cooperative learning. This year, the training starts from October the 30th to February the 16th, 2024. The total of 174 students are going to 108 organizations for the cooperative learning program. And this is the reason why RMUTP graduates' employment rate is 100%. Right now, interested high school or certificate graduates can apply to further their study with RMUTP. To apply, please visit admission.rmutp.ac.th, or if you are interested in studying at Faculty of Liberal Arts, please contact the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Research, Assistant Professor Vacharapong Sungpan at 02665 3777 extension 8354. Well, that's the wrap up of my program for today. Thanks so much for listening, and thanks the information from futurelearn.com. See you again, same time next week. And please subscribe to our channel on Facebook, YouTube, and online, RMUTP Live. And the programs can be listened online at englishonline.rmutp.ac.th. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. สวัสดีค่ะ
Living language.